So we've all seen the sad news of Derby County being relegated, that point deduction, everything going on behind the scenes right now at Derby County. It's not going well there. They're now in Sky Bet League 1, and today we're going to begin a rebuild. Within this rebuild, we'll be starting in League 1 with Derby County. The players that are currently there will still be here as we begin this rebuild, a 5-year project to see, can we get Derby back into the Championship? And furthermore, get them out of debt. They're in a lot of trouble right now, so the plan is 5 years. Let's see what we can do with Derby County. So here we are then now. We are at Derby County. We're in League 1. And this is where the rebuild begins, basically. With Derby County, we've managed to keep all the players that were there last season. So that's one good sign. But can we build from that and get back straight away into the Championship? Of course, they're in League 1 right now. But I'm just wondering, in terms of season preview, they're not... Wow. They're down for 23rd. They're actually down for 23rd in the season preview. This could be a big ask I thought, isn't it? But I didn't think it'd be that bad. I thought, we'll probably be in the top half at least. But, wow. Predicted to get relegated. 23rd in the league. 250 to 1. Derby can't get up this season. We have a big, big task on our hands. So, of course, the big one's going to be, well, it's a rebuild. Do you have any money to spend? No, we don't. We have £0 to spend. The club's in debt. Overall balance is quite bad. At the moment, there's not much in terms of income. It is pretty bad. You can see the debts here. A net debt of 53 million right now at the club. It's not going very well. So we can't really add anything to the squad. With the players that were here last season, and the preview is always saying that we could go down this season as well in League 1. So it isn't looking good. Of course, we are in administration as well still right now. So things ain't great for us. But there's one thing we can look forward to. The tactic. This tactic will take us into the Championship. And even further possibly. Who knows? Let's have a look at it, shall we? So I thought League 1 football, what better formation could we go for than a 4-4-2, the Menacing 4-4-2 that we released, of course, a couple of weeks ago through HC16. One of the mods in my Twitch channel. Make sure you check out his links. Right. So this is the formation. It worked before. We've seen what it did within that tactic video. Haven't seen it already. There's a link down below. Go check the video out and, of course, download the tactic and try it out for yourselves. I know this is a very good tactic. The season preview has us right down there in 23rd. The players aren't the greatest Championship push quality-wise, so it'd be interesting to see what happens in terms of this tactic and how it works for this season. Of course, we've mentioned there's no transfers. So let's go ahead and skip ahead to the end of Season 1 and see if this tactic can keep us within the Sky Bet League 1. So we're back now, the end of Season 1. You can see the table straight away. We won the league. That season preview team, we were 23rd. It was an absolute bullwinkle because we absolutely dominated with the 4-4-2. We scored 117 goals this season. It's absolutely insane. 9 against Crewe this season, 8 against Ipswich, 7 against Plymouth and Wickham and Cheltenham and Lincoln. We absolutely flew it. Problem is, though, we conceded a hell of a lot as well. We conceded 61 goals. When you see the other teams around us, I mean, the other teams conceded around 61 or around 13th in the league. So there's definitely a problem in this team, is defensively. But we scored enough goals to get us through, winning 33 out of 46 games, a few draws in there, 7 draws, 6 defeats all season. So the fewest defeats level there with Ipswich, but we conceded a hell of a lot of goals this season. So something to improve on. Of course, the tactic has done bits for us this season. The boys have smashed it in this formation. The thing is, who do we keep at the end of this season? Obviously, there's a few out of contract, of course. The likes of Tom Lawrence could be going this season unless we can get him renewed. Planzoon on loan this season. Of course, he was on loan last season in real life for Derby County, but we've kept the same team for this rebuild to see if we can use these same players. But it's got us into the next division. We're back in the Championship. That is a good sign for Derby County. Thing is, though, who do we keep and who goes next, though? That is the big question. So, before we move on into Season 2, I'm going to quick one with a deep dive here. Luke Plange got 30 goals in 41 games this season for us. 25 for Tom Lawrence in 41 appearances for him. And 11 assists as well. What a season for Tom Lawrence in the Sky Bet League 1. Kazim Richards, of course, got 15 and 6 as well. And 13 and 18 here for Ebersele on that right-hand side this season. 18 assists. That's an incredible return for him. See, there's 12 there for Nathan Bryn. And going down the list as well, Forsyth, Sibley, getting double digits in them assists as well. And even further down, Max Bird. Max Bird getting 12 assists from midfield this season. So we know the formation works. The tactic works great within the Sky Bet League 1. Let's have a look at now, ahead of the Championship season. See who we have managed to sign. If we've managed to sign anyone now, I mean, budget-wise, we have 9 million going to the Championship. Wow. We're still in debt, but it's not as bad as things were looking before by the looks of it, which is a good sign of things here at the club now. I mean, there's still an overall balance of -8 million. So getting them out of debt will be the next push now, really, for Derby County. But let's go and have a look now. Going to the Sky Bet Championship, season number 2. We've got 9 million to spend. Let's see what we've done with Derby County. So we've made it back into the Championship now with Derby County. You can see some big teams have been relegated as well there, though. You can notice straight away. The likes of Nottingham Forest went straight back down there. The likes of Swansea, West Brom are still in this division. And of course, Crystal Palace have now been relegated as well. Bournemouth are back down here. So some of the teams that did go up last season are back down here now already. They didn't last long in the Premier League at all, these teams. But you want to see this. You want to see what we did with that £9 million, don't you? So let's have a look at it, shall we? So we spent the money. We didn't do bad with it either. Callum Lang firstly comes in, 2.5 million. He looked pretty decent last season at Wigan. 5 goals for us season. I thought that's something we can improve on, definitely. He's not bad, really. We couldn't really find many striking options, but at 23, I thought it could be one going forward. He could do a bit of damage for the next few seasons going forward. He can play out wide as well. Welcome in Callum Lang. Not a bad little deal for him. The next one, though, might raise some eyebrows. We paid 1.8 million for Phil Jones. And you might think, why? You've seen what he does for Man United. Yeah, but this is in the Championship. Remember, this is in the Sky Bet Championship. And I believe Phil Jones could dominate in the Championship. I mean, that heading of 16, jumping reach of 12. Okay, it's not the best jumping reach, but a 6-1. But he can get a few goals a season from his head. I'm going to put some... Actually, let's say now. I want to see at least 3 goals from Phil Jones this season. I'm going to put it down now as a marker. 3 goals from Phil Jones this season. I'm hopeful of that much. I might prove him wrong. He might be absolutely garbage. But we're going to say Phil Jones, welcome to Derby County. The next one's then. I'm happy with these as well. Matty Longstaff from Newcastle. Came for absolute pennies, Matty Longstaff. £63,000. An absolute bargain, I thought, for Longstaff, really. Again, he can play a lot of roles in that midfield for us. A very useful player. At 22 as well, he can still develop as well. A bit of potential there. 4-star potential. So, long-term wise, could be a fair decent signing. Welcome, Matty Longstaff. And the next one, Balogun, has came on loan from Arsenal for the season. Oh, this guy's going to rip it up in the Championship. You can tell already, man. Like, on loan for the season. He hadn't really played for Arsenal. He had the 2 appearances last season for him. He's not had that first team go yet at Arsenal. So we thought, at 21 years of age, he's incredible. Look at that acceleration, that pace, that dribbling, that finishing, first touch. Oh, for an advanced forward in this formation as well. You remember, 4-4-2, 2 advanced forwards. Balogun and Lang will be the front 2 this season. That's going to be absolutely incredible. I cannot wait to see what he does in that front 2 for us this season. So next up, we went to Norwich. Plachetta was available. I wanted a left midfielder. I thought, I want to try and put Lawrence maybe a bit more inside this season, try him in the middle a little bit more. And we need some cover anyway on that left-hand side. So Plachetta's came in from Norwich now. Quite a cheap deal, really, as well. 600k for him. I mean, after joining Norwich for like 2.7 million as well. Played the Championship both seasons for them. Them now are back in the Premier League. They are back in the Premier League now. I did think so. We didn't see him in the table like a minute ago. And they were getting rid of him. 600k. I thought, why not? He didn't play all last season, though, oddly enough. So, he does need the game time. He does need some game time this season. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what Plachetta can do. Of course, players leaving. Bobby Dunn coming out on loan for the season. Dan Robinson, 150k. Okay, yeah, made a few freebies leave as well. But we can get into them now. We're going to get into this side in a moment. But yeah, the 3 ones that left. Ebalesi left for 170k. He was really good last season, but we couldn't keep hold of him in the end. We couldn't afford up a new contract. Kazim Richards, free transfer. He had a really good season, remember, from last season as well. And a few other ones like Lee Buchanan. I was upset to lose this guy, man. Like, I thought, one for the future. Buchanan could be quality if that left-back role. But he has gone. Let's start with this one. Palmer comes in on a free transfer. I mean, at Barnsley, 31 games last season. He's played in the Championship. He's played in the League One a few times now. He knows the league. So for good little free transfer. And then there's this one. The one you might all be questioning. Why have you signed a 33-year-old Andy Carroll, who's always injured, you might ask? Especially when you're playing with advanced forwards and Andy Carroll can't run. I'm thinking, plan B, if we get a bit stuck, chuck be Andy up there and just loft balls into the box. Like, proper Brexit 4-4-2 football. Just chuck Andy up there and whip balls in. See if he can do something this season. I'm hopeful. I am really hopeful Andy Carroll can impress this season and get a few goals from the bench. Of course, he won't start. We've shown already what we're going with. Lang up net front there with Balogun. Lawrence on the right-hand side now. Knight, Bielik, Sibley on the left. Forsyth, Jones, Davies, Bruin. And Allsop still in net for us as well at this point as well. We had got him in a contract, so we managed to keep him along. But yeah, some interesting ones. Raul Morrison as well. He hasn't really played yet. He's out of contract as well, but he's still here at the moment. Matty Longstaff new to the club as well. He can get some more game time, but we'll see what happens now as we advance forward to the end of Season 2 and just see what we can do in our first season back in the Championship with this side, with Derby County. So Season 2 has come to an end and we narrowly missed out on the playoffs. I don't know how we're doing it, honestly. 68 points. Okay, we were quite a few points actually behind Blackpool there in the end, but what a first season. Back in the Championship for Derby County. It'd be interesting to actually check prior where we actually predicted the finish. We didn't look at that. I'll put a screenshot on screen right now to show you where they were predicted to finish the season. So compared to where they finished, I don't think it would have been nowhere near 7th, honestly. So I'm very impressed with that. But again, though, you can notice the goals as well, by the way. Who got the most goals this season? Derby County, 106 goals. Who conceded the most goals this season? Derby County. So there's something with this formation. There's something with this tactic, clearly, that it concedes a lot of goals, but it wins so many games as well. If we go back to how the table would look actually now. 7th place, it's not a bad finish in this season. 17 wins, then 17 draws, and of course, 12 losses. I mean, it's come to 68 points across all three of us here, but that massive goal difference for us has really helped us. I mean, in the end, actually, it hasn't worked out that good because of how many conceded. Goal difference of 10, 8 and 4. Could be conceded so many goals yet again. So there is something within this tactic that is conceding a hell of a lot of goals for this season. It could be something going forward we look at tweaking possibly within the tactic. Again, the tactic is down below. If you want to try and tweak it yourself, feel free. The download link is down there. Have a go yourselves. So you can see it does concede a lot of goals, but for a Derby County side that's newly promoted, finishing 7th, 106 goals, it's not a bad return at all, really. Let's get into the team now and a little bit more of a deeper dive of who's been doing what. So first things first, and you're going to see straight away, Balogun this season got 30 goals in 44 appearances this season with 8 assists. What a season Balogun had in the Championship. We said he would dominate, we said he would get goals. Between on over 40 appearances, not a bad return at all. Of course, he played some cup games as well, getting a total of 30 goals, including the cup games as well. So not a bad return at all for Loney. Hopefully we can keep him for next season. Callum Lang, our new signing as well, got 17 goals and 7 assists. And Tom Lawrence again with an absolutely amazing season here, getting 13 goals and 22 assists. And late on as well, we did get in on January. Javi Puedo came in on loan for the rest of the season as well. From Espanyol, not a bad return really. 16 appearances, 9 goals, 6 assists for him. Not a bad one. Again, someone we could probably keep for next season. He's very versatile. He can play on both sides. He can play up front if we need him to as well. Of course, the big one was Andy Carroll. Andy Carroll got 5 goals in 7 starts and 23 sub appearances. That's not bad at all, really. 5 goals, that 1 assist as well. Phil, where is Phil Jones though? He got 2 goals. Oh, it's not enough, Phil. Phil, it's not enough, mate. I mean, overall, he got 2 competitions as well. I mean, he didn't start. He played 31 games in the league this season. 2 goals. It's not a bad return from Phil Jones. I mean, hopefully next season he can build on that and do a lot better, but not a bad first season for Phil. Hopefully we see more in the future, but again, some standout ones. Blachetta, 6 and 3 for him. Sibley got 11 assists this season, 13 from Nathan Bryan again as well. A very good season for Derby County. Seen us 7th in the league. Let's go for season number 3 and see, can we get the extra push now and get into the playoffs? So season number 3 starts here with Derby County, and I wanted to start you off here because look at that now. Financial status secure. Overall balance 25 million. Derby are back in the money. The debts are gone. I mean, not completely. There's a transfer debt of 1.6 million, but the net debt is completely gone now. We've got rid of that. We're doing bits of Derby. We're getting them back into the big time here. They're making money, and we've been spending some as well. So we ended last season by getting in Mauricio Pochettino. The other one, his kid, 22 years of age. He's more depth for them wingers again. He can play the left, he can play the right. He's not as good on the left, weak left foot there, but I mean, on that right-hand side, though, as a winger, crossing's decent, good acceleration, good pace, good stamina, good work rate as well. So on that right-hand side, keeping on, Florence has been a bit tired, we can bring Poch in for it on that right-hand side. So we brought him in towards the end of last season. And since then, we haven't spent any money. We haven't spent any money. You know what, wonder why? We didn't get gift much, honestly. I was surprised as well. I've seen all those finances and how good things are looking here. I was like, we're going to get a lot of money through this window. We're going to get a lot of money through. We got 1.72 million and we spent it all on free transfers. You can see here now. Yeah, they've been bad though. They've been bad. El Newsy coming into the first one now. Norwegian international. At Southampton for a couple of years, of course. But again, Celtic Southampton. Went on loan last year to Brazil. And now he comes into Derby County in the Championship this season. For a free transfer, I thought he's not bad. Again, he can play the left, he can play the right. If we want to play it up through the middle, we probably could use him as a striker as well. Welcome in El Newsy. So next on the list, obviously we've seen about the goals being conceded, and I thought we need to secure up that defence. So Daniel Ballard, the Arsenal former player, he's been released on a free transfer, and we thought, let's go grab him straight away. He hasn't played for Arsenal. He went on loan to Millwall for a season here, barely played. But I thought, you know what? This guy could start for us straight away. I saw that jumping reach. I saw 6'2", heading to 15 as well. Good concentration, good anticipation, bravery at 16. He's a starter in my eyes. 23 years of age. Potential 4.5 stars as well. I think we can get him there. I think we can get Daniel Ballard to be a Premier League starter eventually in this save. If we get there, of course. But looking at him right now, very good player. Deserves a lot better than being released on a free transfer. Definitely so, definitely so. Next one, Alisson Arolo. I wanted some more cover for fullbacks as well. That was another position I thought, okay, we ain't got much depth there at the moment. And this guy, he can do it both sides. Again, fairly strong right foot, very strong left foot. Colombian, 23 years of age. Possibly international for the future, maybe, for them, I don't know. But again, good acceleration, good pace, good stamina. First touch, crossing, dribbling, and that passing and vision are fairly decent. So we get him up those lines, whipping those balls in. Oh, big Andy's up there. He actually trained at Liverpool as well. I missed that part before, prior. I mean, he had a whole... Oh, he was at Liverpool and then went on loan for a lot of time. And then he made 5 appearances last season for Liverpool, actually in their first team, oddly enough. But he has been released since then. And the last one being Ben Wilson. We need another goalkeeper. So as a backup keeper, 30 years of age, Ben Wilson. He's decent. Like, he's just an average backup goalkeeper at this point. He's 30 years of age. He ain't get much better now, sort of thing. A free transfer. In through the door. Welcome, Ben Wilson. But yeah, actually, we should probably have a look quickly as well. There were a few players who actually left as well towards the end of last season and this season. We mentioned most of these already. The other one then being on a free transfer, Harvey Randall. He's not a very good keeper, basically. He's 19 years of age. I don't see any development in his future. He went off to Gloucester on a free transfer. But beside that, though, this save line again this season. Oh, we've missed one. We've actually missed someone here, haven't we? Because you might have just seen him on screen there, actually. But he's not shown up. He's not shown up. Oh, there he is. We missed him. We missed him on loan for the season. Joe Gelhardt came in on from loan from Leeds for the rest of the season. Completely went past him, didn't we? We completely went past him. On loan for the rest of the season. Played for Leeds one time last season. Only that one appearance for Leeds. And I thought, again, we couldn't get Balogun back. This guy could do the business for us, though. Again, he's fast, he can dribble, he can finish. That's what we want in the Championship. Someone who can get goals for us at this level. 21 years of age, room to develop. I mean, he's not a lot of money either. So a potential option to buy maybe next year. We didn't put one in the contract, but I'm thinking, end of this season, if it goes well for us again, like if we get 7th again this season, Geldart in the front in the future, not bad. I mean, you can see the new boys now. We've put Billy in that defensive role now. So we've put Burden Light through the middle. El Newsy on the right. Lawrence is on the left-hand side now. But again, we'll probably switch it around. Sibley's been pretty good for the last 2 seasons so far, so he'll be in the team. Longstaff's not very happy because we've been playing. But again, Burden and Light have been very, very good for the middle. We've mentioned Arroyo, who have brought him down the left-hand side. Again, that inverted wing back will cut inside here and help out through the middle. Jones, Billick, there's no connection there yet, but fingers crossed in this season, that'll be the same as that. A lovely, lovely line. Let's get to it. End of season 3 with Derby County. I can't believe it's happened again. We've finished 7th again with Derby. I mean, it's a great season getting 7th place again, but we came so close yet again. But there's that big thing again that we mentioned last season about the goals against. It hasn't really gotten any better. We conceded 90 goals this season. Overall, that's the 3rd worst in the league. We finished 7th. So, as much as I want to say about this tactic, yeah, it's an absolute worldie and it works. With the big clubs, it worked really well. It conceded many goals. With smaller clubs like Derby, we're conceding. But again, we are scoring at 101 goals. They're the 2nd most in the whole league after Norwich, who finished 4th this season. So it's not a bad return, really, for us. 7th in the league again, though. We're still pushing for playoffs, but 2 back-to-back seasons now. We came 7th. We're completely away from this area now. Financially, we're very secure. The balance has dropped a little bit now, of course, but we have spent some money. So things are going well. We've got a bit of a transfer budget for next season as well, which is quite nice as well. So we can actually try and buy some players, hopefully, fingers crossed. But a very good season, once again, for Derby. 7th place. We're pushing for playoffs. That's the main thing. 3 seasons in, and we're still pushing forwards. So let's get into the first team now. Quick look at them all. Callum Lang and Geldhart, of course, on the goals this season. 28 for Callum Lang this season. We brought him in. I weren't too sure about him. We mentioned he looked good. He's at a good level for the Championship, but he's really impressed both seasons, to be fair. Now look at this now. You got 40 in last season, 25 this season. Very good average ratings. Getting a few assists in there as well. Not a bad return, really, for 3.1 million from Wigan. Very happy with him. Geldart as well, 16 goals and 9 assists for him this season. Tom Lawrence again on that left-hand side though, he's smashing it on his wingers. 13 goals, 16 assists for him. And we're going down, I'm just noticing that Al-Nussi in his first season got 19 assists. Wow. He absolutely smashed it. Was he the top assister in the league, actually? I'm just wondering because that is a lot of assists. Oh, he came second. One behind Bruno here for Brighton. But not a bad season, of course. Golden Boot-wise, I don't know if we're anywhere near. Callum, he came 6th place. It's not bad, really. Considering as well, I'm just wondering if you can see any other boys in here. No. No one else is there. But again, not a bad return from Callum, really. Because we finished 7th this season. I'm quite happy with that. Obviously, the playoffs are still happening right now, but we thought our season's done now, so we're going to come back at this point of the season. We're done. We're 7th. We're staying in this league again. Will next season be the one when we finally get to the playoffs? Let's find out. Season 4. Let's go. So here we go. We'll come back now for season number 4, 2024 now, with Derby County, going through the 24-25 season. We're still in the Championship. And we've done no transfers yet. We're working on stuff. Stuff is hopefully going to happen. There's a few bits happening right now. Obviously, players are joining later on this month. You can see here in a few days' time. We have Harwood Bally's coming in from Manchester City. Very good defender there. Not a bad deal either, I don't think, really. So I'm looking forward to him coming into the club. Not bad. Free transfer. You can't murder that. Cardoso, working on a work point for him to come in defence. Defence has been the main point this season. Let's get that defence much, much better. We brought in Drayden Richards from Nottingham Forest as well. I don't know if he played much last season, Drayden Richards. Obviously, he's coming from a rival club as well. He's been at Oldham all season, so that says why, really, doesn't it? He went to Oldham for the whole season, but coming in from our rivals in Nottingham Forest, which could be a bit of concern to the Forest fans, really, letting players go to Derby, but we like him. We do like him. John Jules is coming in from Arsenal on a free transfer as well, and we've brought in Dervin Mabumba, a target man. Yep, we're going for another target man. We're going for another target man forward. Of course we are, to come in up front, 800k. So these are about to come in any moment now, really. Players going out. There's been offers. Phil Jones being the big one. Phil Jones is going to Basel. We've let him go. Again, last season, he was okay. He got 4 goals, though, finally. That was the main thing. Like we didn't mention that last time out. He did get 4 goals last season, but he has been told he can leave now. Free transfer. End of contract. He's out the door. Bilic as well, he's off to Genoa, so there's another one gone, free transfer. A lot of these players just wouldn't sign new contracts. They thought they can get bigger moves. I mean, we got a bit of money still to work with, so you might see at the end of the season how we've done. But I mean, in terms of the squad now, there's a few changes. Obviously, there's players still to arrive, but obviously for some reason Wilson, our keeper's in there at the moment. I don't know why he's in there, because he won't be playing there, that's for sure. But majority of the team, Geldart's still on loan again for a season. Lang's here, El-Nussi, Sibley, Bird, Lawrence. These are kind of like the similar ones, really. Bryn, Ayoro, Ballard. Everyone else is the same. It's just waiting for this new centre-back, of course. We've seen who we're getting in from Man City. So, it's looking good going into the next season. I'm quite happy with the team. Let's push forward. The end of Season 4, using the Menacing 4-4-2. We haven't tweaked it yet. I thought I'm going to leave it the same for the whole 5 years and just see how many goals we actually conceded in 5 years, because it's been a couple of hundred already, so it's going to get quite interesting, this. It's going to get quite interesting. Let's go to the end for Season 4 right now. So, we're back. Season number 4. We won the playoffs. We actually did it finally. We got into the playoffs and we beat Reading 5-2 at Wembley in the final. In the final season, season number 5, we'll be in the Premier League with Derby County. What a turnaround this has been, by the way. Of course, yet again, we conceded a hell of a lot of goals again. In total, the 3rd worst. Doncaster and Birmingham City got relegated on 84 goals conceded. We conceded 82. Wickham got relegated on 71 goals, and we conceded more goals than them. We're conceding a lot of goals still. That is a problem. But the one thing you will notice is, though, goals for. We got 114 goals this season. Ahead of the champions, Brighton. Well ahead of Norwich as well, 94 goals. That is the good part of this formation. It does score a lot of goals. Every season we've got the most goals in the league. So, good things happen. Good things have happened to us here. We are going to be in the Premier League next season. So, January came around. Obviously, we mentioned some of the transfers we've done prior. Bellis coming in, Richardson, John Jules. We went to Man City in that January window. We brought in Jan Cotro to come on that right back role. He can do right back, he can do left back. He's very, very good, let's face it. On loan for the season from Man City. And Kaiki came on loan from Man City as well to play on that right-hand side for us. And these boys had a phenomenal turnaround, arriving at the club, having a great old season. You can see here, Kaiki, In his 13 appearances, got 4 goals, 5 assists for him. And Jan Kotra got 7 assists in 16 appearances after joining in January. A great return for him. But the big one here is Joe Gelfart. 50 appearances, 40 goals this season he bagged. 40 goals for him. Tom Lawrence, yet again, he's leaving now though. He wouldn't sign a new contract. We get promoted to the Premier League finally. He's going to Spain. He's leaving us to go to Spain. I mean, they've just been relegated as well, which is the most annoying thing. They've been relegated. Instead of staying with us, he's gone there. He signed the deal with them about February time. Before we guaranteed we were going up. He agreed to go there and then we got promoted. So, sorry Tom, you've done all the hard work. Again, he got 29 goals this season and 8 assists as well, which is absolutely insane when you think about it, really. And he's not going to be here for the Premier League now. Our base as well. He got 13 goals from set pieces, this guy, this season. We said he'll make a big contribution. I mean, defensively, we still conceded a lot of goals, but he got 13 goals. The third most goals this season came from our centre-back. And now, he's wanted by a host of clubs. Atletico Madrid, Monaco, Wolves, Watford and Burnley all chasing after him. So that is worrying. Sibley as well, he had a great season. Some big teams after him, like Seville, now after him as well. He got 8 goals and 16 assists. This one, though, El Nussi, 24 assists this season. Surely this time, he gets the most assists. He does, by a long shot. 19, it says here, though, for some reason, oddly enough. So, I'm not sure why it says 19 there, because we did see a lot more already. But average rating-wide, Harvey Bates got that. Gerald Hogg got the top goal scorer. All of our boys are dominating the charts here. It's great to see, apart from the clean sheet one, but we know what happened there, really, don't we? We can't keep a clean sheet to save our lives. That'd be a concern. All stop in the Premier League, that could be a big concern as well. Is he a goalkeeper in the Premier League? No, he's not. He's 32 now. He's not very good. Of course, we mentioned Tom Lawrence going to be leaving. Bichette is going to be leaving as well now. There's a few other boys here that are still out of contract and waiting to leave, so we'll see what happens. Cardoso joined on a permanent, by the way, as well. Again, but he hasn't really played much yet, so he's going to be wanting to leave possibly at this rate as well. I mean, who's after him at this point now? Probably some big teams. Well, Burnley on him. Arroyo is wanted by Burnley as well. Obviously, he got dropped for a few games. Could be started putting Jaden Richardson on that left-hand side instead. He played there for a while Jan Kotra played on the right. It's been a few rotations in the team this season, but we're going to the Premier League. Season 5, the final season of this rebuild. Can we keep Derby up in the Premier League? Season 5, Derby County. Premier League, and we're the favourites to go down. We are the favourites to go down already. Look at that. 800 to 1 on us going down this year. I mean, that's to win the league, obviously, but that doesn't look good for us. That doesn't look good at all. I'm already thinking this could be a problem this season. Our final season is rebuild. Me to try and keep Derby County in the Premier League. But there's been a lot of interesting transfers happening around the league. You can see here as well. Jude Bellingham is now there. Haaland's at Man City, of course. So, there's some interesting with Declan Rice at Man United now. So, it's going to be a very hard season. Newcastle, by the way, particularly 4th. So, I'm guessing they've done some absolutely mad transfers in this rebuild. Oh my god. Weston McKennie, Neves, Sally Miekers, Diogo Carlos, of course, the Whiteley in real life. He didn't go there. Livakovic in net for him. McAllister, Areola, Gabriel Barbosa. Oh my god. What a team. This is Garvadol's there as well. This is some Newcastle team. I want to manage this team. If I get sacked from Derby, I know where I'm applying for. Give us a job there. Give us a job there. Right, transfers. This is what you want to see, basically, isn't it? You want to see what we've been doing, what we've bought in. Not a lot. Let's go back to last season first. We bought in Ersin Deslongolu. He's someone that I've mentioned in my Wonder Kids for goalkeepers this year. And I thought, for that deal, it seemed 13.5 million from Besiktas. It seemed like a no-brainer, really. We can see a lot of goals every season. We've noticed that. Is it the keeper and all stopping being net for 4 years straight, or is it the formation? I guess we're going to find out. Songolu comes in net, 13.5 million, a very good keeper, I thought. And then other bits started to happen. Obviously, we mentioned some of these boys that were leaving. Tom Lawrence leaving for Spain. We've bought in Ben Knight in a free transfer, firstly, from Man City. We like Man City for some reason. We've been to Man City quite a lot this season for transfers. Again, he's been out on loan last season. Huddersfield last season, 39 appearances there, 7 goals, 5 assists. He's not bad. Again, versatility, I thought. 23 years of age, versatility, good potential. Could be fairly decent for us. And the other ones there, Gelvart signed for us. At 23 years of age now, he has came in on a permanent deal, 15 million, potentially rising to 18 million. So that was the majority of our budget. Even he got 30 goals in 40 last season. This guy had to come back to us, man. We couldn't not have him. Sorry, 34 and 43 in total last season. We needed him back. 15 million was the price tag put by Leeds. We activated it straight away. The final one being Jan Kotsuro. 2.2 million seems an absolute steal for this guy, by the way. He came in last season, really impressive, 6 assists in 16 games. Never played for Man City, went on loan to Wolves season before that, Shakhtar, so he's been around quite a lot now. A few different clubs, but at 23, still not capped by Brazil, but I thought he's the perfect fullback, that attacking fullback. He can play that inverted role very well. He had to come in really for that bargain price. He's already valued a hell of a lot more money already. I mean, in terms of actual finances, the status is okay, but minus 11 million. Yeah, you'd have thought going to the Premier League would be good for us, really. We seem to be getting in more debt. I mean, the net debt's 25 million again now. You noticed at the start of this video that we're going to try and get rid of all the debt. Yeah, well, I mean, we got rid of the debt and then we've added more debt now. I mean, the status is okay. We're not in too much trouble yet. We've got money to spend still if we wanted to. So, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not the best either. This is how we're lined up for the new season. Kalki has come on loan again this season as well. Gelfart's up front right now, but obviously some of these might still change as well. We're waiting for some players to still join us, so we'll see what happens. But this could be interesting when going through this Premier League season. Does this team have enough to stay up in the Premier League for the final year of this rebuild? Let's go find out. To the end of Season 5, we go. You wouldn't believe it. We only went and did it. We stayed up. 16th place this season. I mean, the goals against, once again, we conceded the most goals and we didn't get relegated somehow. By some miracle, we don't get relegated conceding that many goals. I mean, we didn't concede as many as most seasons of 88, but Burnley, Norwich and West Ham all go down, conceding less goals than us. And we have somehow survived. So let's get into it. 16th place. You can see here, you're going to see some interesting victories, by the way, here in a moment. Get ready for this. See that one there? Just above my head? We beat Liverpool 7-4. 7-4. And what a game it was, honestly. We had some absolutely ridiculous results this season. 6 draws, 21 defeats. I mean, we had the same amount of defeats as West Ham went down. We can see we lost more games than Southampton, but the 11 victories were enough to keep us in the division this season. There's a few of ones by my head there, but we beat Aston Villa 5-0. We beat Southampton 4-0. A 4-3 victory against Brighton as well, and beating Spurs 1-0. Some massive results. Of course, you can see Brighton got European football. Newcastle didn't get European football this season. So, it's been an interesting season for us, but we do stay within the division. Derby, our Premier League. So, in terms of transfer business, in January, we bought this guy on loan for the rest of the season, and he came pretty good. Nice little region. Our first one, the save we've probably looked at. Alessio Capellari came in on loan for the season from Torino, 1.2 million fee, 9 goals, 4 assists in 16 appearances. So, he definitely helped with them 9 goals. A massive return from him. Someone I would definitely keep 14.5 million. The option fee is there, but of course the rebuild is ending at 5 years. But if we carried it on, he'd be one I'd probably keep. Definitely. I mean, if you're interested in carrying on this rebuild, feel free to get involved in the comment section. I will get you a link for this data, and you can have a go yourselves and just see what you can do. I mean, if you can keep this guy and develop this guy into a kid, it could be an absolute world beater. I mean, great mentals, great physicals, really good technicals. It'd be interesting to see how he does within 10 years within FM. So let us know in the comment section if you want to try this database out and be this Derby team and take over in the Premier League. Let us know. I mean, we've mentioned financially. They're a lot better off now. Overall balance of 52 million. The financial status is rich. We saved Derby County. And we have 52 million to spend next year. So, I mean, if we went for a 6th year, 52 million to spend, a massive wage, but over 300,000 in wages to spend now, we have definitely made Derby a rich club again and a successful club. Getting them back into the Premier League. We did that very well. I mean, let's go through the team quickly. I mean, it wasn't the best season for goals, but I mean, even so, Joe Gelhardt got 25 goals and 7 assists in 44 appearances this season. Caprari, who came in on loan, we've mentioned at 12 for him. 12 for Kalki up front this season. El Newsy didn't get as many assists this season, but Louis Sibley, by the way, 22 assists this season. What a season he's had in that left midfield role this season. He's been absolutely pinging balls left, right and centre. I'm sure he's wanted by some massive clubs by now. Bayern Munich want him. Bayern Munich want Louis Sibley off us now. I mean, it's probably the same with a lot of these boys now. There'll be some big teams chasing after some of these lads, you'd imagine. El Newsy is leaving, by the way, as well. That is one I've been mentioned prior. Rennes are taking him. Yeah, that's another one we didn't want to let go, really, but end of contract. Another one, end of contract. But that's going to be it for this rebuild. A very good return for Derby, going from the Sky Bet League 1, a few seasons in the Championship, pushing for the playoffs to finally get playoffs in Season 4, and then in Season 5, we stay safe within the Premier League. If you've enjoyed that rebuild, let us know in the comment section. If you want a link to the save, let us know down there below as well. I will get in touch with you and send you that over. But of course, the tactic was the Menacing 4-4-2. There is a video to it. The link is down below. Check that out. Of course, we mentioned he conceded a few goals, but he did score the most goals within the Championship and the Sky Bet League One. So that's something worth trying, definitely. Go check that out. And of course, as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you again for another rebuild very, very soon. Thanks for watching.